All right, what is up? What's going on? We is back in here for the second time today to get this live stream cracking and popping. We got to get this bad boy done because I have to redo this one twice. And why is my screen looking funky? I don't know what the hell I did, but we are not going to mess with it right now. Let's see if I do this. Will that help? Something's telling me don't do it. But, you know, the stubborn me wants to do it. I did it. It's working. We're good. Thank y'all for tuning in. Another DnL&x Fitness live stream show. Second time today. We got to redo today's stream. Not the one I did earlier, but the one I did like 1 or 2 days ago because the sound messed up when I sent it out. So we're going to be redoing the stream. Hopefully feeling good. Hopefully either off work, almost off work. Hopefully nobody pissed you off. Hopefully you're not having a bad day. But if a day sucks and you're having a bad day, we're going to let, if I can find it, Mr. Child break it down to you.
Oh, you're having a bad day? Did you die?
I got shot.
But did you die?
As long as you didn't die, as long as you're still alive, able to get up, wake up, and get something and make something happen, keep pushing, keep grinding. It'll be hard, but it'll be worth it in the end as long as you don't quit because the time gonna pass anyway, so you might as well do something worth doing. So let's go. Multi-streaming on this live stream. We're doing all except for Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. Here we go. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor. When you see that thumbs up that's going to pop on your screen, hit that like button. It's greatly appreciated. Get the algorithm out. Contributors to today's show, Cash App, Venmo. Cash App, Daniel2888. Venmo, Danny-Daniel-00. Let your voice be heard. Talk something positive or hate, either or. I support both. With that being said, we have to get into this show. We got to get this thing cracking. I'll turn the AC on. It's getting a little hot in here, maybe because I'm cooking. Oh, I'm cooking. Dang. Anyway, we're going to get into today's show. Today's show is going to talk about landlords who are charging fees to work at home. Oh, boy. Charging fees to work at home. And before we go on any further, let me just double check myself to make sure that I ain't doing no tripping. Let me find out. Let me find out. Let me see. Where are we at? 2 seconds here. Let me go ahead and figure this out real fast. What the hell was that noise? Am I tripping? Let me see. Check myself to make sure that we good. All right, there we go. So with that being said, we're going to check out landlords who are charging work from home fees, man. They charging a new fee for work from home. So if landlords are able to pull this stunt and get this thing approved, boy, let me tell you, we are screwed. I'm telling you, we are screwed. We're screwed. We're screwed. So let's not let them pass this off. And I did do a little bit of more research than I did last time when I did this show. We're going to check some more stuff a little bit deeper than we did last time doing this show, but my mic was off and you couldn't hear me, but you could hear the videos I was showing. So let's just dive in and get to the gist of the show so you understand how landlords are charging fees. Starting off in California. Who would have known? California screwing people over. Boy, oh boy. Who would have thought? Let's go ahead and tap into this this clip right here to hear exactly what happens when landlords try to charge you a fee from working from home. Let's let this caramel sister take it away with the nice hair. Hopefully it's not a weave, but she looking good with her mouth open. Ooh, wee. Let's get it.
Working from home has its perks. No commute, no office, but you are using utilities in your home when you are working.
And that has caught the attention of landlords, and one in the East Bay is charging accordingly. ABC 7 Eyewitness News anchor Cameron Bopp explains how much that will cost you.
An additional work from home fee. What are your thoughts on that?
Work from home fee?
Yeah.
No, I've never heard of that.
I mean, that's crazy.
An additional $200 a month if you're working from home. What are your thoughts on that?
That sounds ridiculous.
Ridiculous, crazy. That's how renters are reacting to one Bay Area rental listing. But that's the exact charge in a listing for a newly built, furnished one-bed, one-bath ADU behind this home in Walnut Creek. According to the listing on rent.com, the cottage rents for $32.50 a month with utilities and Wi-Fi included. It's this line that's turning heads. If working from home, additional $200 monthly.
Yeah, that's...
They said a cottage? A cottage. A cottage is small, if I'm not mistaken. Unless I'm just not familiar with the terminology they're using, but a cottage is small. For $32.50 you charge an extra $200 to work from home. Well, that's California for you, bro. They probably charge that. I'm pretty sure that home probably costs like $4 million. But let's keep going. Let's see how far this go. Let's see how this go.
It's crazy. I think that's very greedy, I would say.
That's expensive, to say the least, because I think the rent prices out here were already expensive.
He's right. Zillow data shows the average Bay Area rent is about $36.50 a month, roughly 81% higher than the national average. So another $200 is raising eyebrows.
I don't understand like how they would know. Like, is that something that has to be disclosed? Like, I don't know how they find out.
And my thing is how they would know this. You would probably know when you're qualifying to lease a home. I don't know if this is a home or apartment. It look like a home. And if you do an application for a home, they usually are going to want to know your job and where you work and whatever the case. If you got your own business, then like tax returns for 2 years or something like that, or 2 or 3 past check stubs, unless they changed it, as far as I know. So I figured they would have an idea. I won't say they know for sure, but they would have an idea. They may know if you tell them, but if you don't tell them, then I guess they won't know, so to say. But then again, today's world with all the technology that's going on, smart TVs and fancy ass fridges, they got cameras in them, and PlayStations, they got cameras on them, and doorbells, they got cameras on them. And I'm pretty sure in some way, somehow, they probably got a camera that'll look and be like, this person is always home. We can see them inside their home. So they might have different ways and different methods to be peeping toms besides just looking or knowing that you told them on your application as far as income goes and knowing where you worked or what you do. So if you didn't tell them, and they probably could find out from just looking at the cameras, but then that might be open up another can of worms. But I don't know. That's what I would assume, if you tell them or if they find out. But then there's a lot of loopholes that can come with that. If that's the case, then would you be considered employed if you're retired? Is that $200 fee from working from home because you're retired? Stay-at-home mom. One person goes to work, the other one stays home with the kids. Is that considered working from home, a $200 fee? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it would open up a can of worms for so many loopholes and ways to get around and try to get at you to get the fee. But then on top of that, if I don't work from home and I am gone, do we deduct $200 since you were trying to charge me $200? Well, I don't work from home, so now add that $200 and credit me my account. So it has to go both ways, unless you agree to it that way. But it's too many loopholes. I don't know. I wouldn't phase it. I wouldn't even do it if I saw that on the application or trying to rent somewhere. But let's see what this guy says. Here we go.
And while it might sound strange to some, and it's definitely not common for this quiet Walnut Creek neighborhood, I'm told there could be some logic behind the fee.
It's almost like a utility cost recovery or environmental conservation fee.
Derek Barnes with the East Bay Rental Housing Association says if utilities are included, remote workers can drive up those costs, and the landlord appears to be disclosing that up front.
ABC 7 Eyewitness News here. Is anybody home?
We stopped by.
Cameron Bob here with ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
And called the person listing the...
Yeah.
And the nominees for Best Actress in a Groovy Nightclub Drama, Miss Wayman Harrington.
Just saying.
Unit, we did not receive a response. Barnes says because many ADUs aren't subject to the same rules as larger apartment buildings, owners may have more flexibility in how they structure charges like this.
You're not likely, to be aware of your usage of these precious resources if you don't see a bill.
Some renters say if the fee ever does catch on,
if my landlord switches to that method, I actually don't work from home.
Their landlords may be the last to know. Cameron Bob, ABC 7.
Exactly. I actually don't work from home, so therefore I can't. That's corny. I think that's whack. And if the landlord's able to get away with it, then, they're going to pull it off. I say people should fight it. They shouldn't really be, letting them pull this. I mean, that's crazy, though. And then, of course, you're going to ask the damn, what was that guy name? Oh, bald-headed Morpheus-looking ass dude. Where is he at? Morpheus, where are you at? There you go, Morpheus right here. The Rental Housing Association. So, of course, Morpheus over here is going to try to figure out a way to, you know, finagle a way to get extra money out of, you know, this clown here, 100% for sure, like these precious resources, you know, like you may not know how much you're using unless you get a bill in front of you. Like, shut your little corny ass, man. You know, where the hell my soundbite, old clown ass? You know, these precious resources, you know, these things, you know, they cost, yeah. You gotta find a way to charge it, you know, basically, bruh.
Shut the fuck up!
That's how I really, get off my screen, bro. I don't let that nonsense. This clown over here. So I don't know, man. That's not too, that's horrible. That's really horrible. But I mean, if people go for it, they'll do it. But I think another reason here's going to be one of my reasons. I think one of the reasons why they is doing this or why they're trying to pull this off is because in certain places, housing prices are getting cut. You know what I mean? Like every time if you go on Zillow or something like that, you'll see price drop left and right. So I'm pretty sure California, I know Texas, any like high ticket place, just about right now they're seeing a downturn in housing prices. So people who probably bought a home high and now they have the value of the home has surpassed what they bought into it for. Like they feeling the effects, you know what I mean? They're trying to sell, they can't sell, so they gotta try to make some kind of money or add some kind of fees to it. Cause I mean, for sure, I know there's a lot of places right now. It's got a lot of price cuts. Let's take a look. They said they're in California. We're going to look and see if we see any price cuts go on. And they said Walnut Creek in California. Let's see. There it is right there. Damn, I guess I was already looking this up. California Walnut Creek. Let's see what California Walnut Creek on Zillow said. There, Jesus Christ. Look at this. All right, so we're on Zillow right here in California, Walnut Creek, the place that they're talking about. So we got a $1.3 million home that don't even look like $1 million home, but price cut, $44,000. We go down, see if we see any more, because I know it's a lot of price cuts happening. Values of homes are going down, so people trying to find ways to cut corners and get money out of their tenants. Right here, price cut $66,000. Damn. Price cut $82,000. These are some big ass price cuts. Good Lord. Price cut $24,000. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. This is a apartment condo. 1,250 square feet, 3-2 for $575,000. A price cut from it's $24,000 cheaper. So they cut $24,000 off that price. Damn, that's crazy. $300,000 price cut on a $1.6 million. So this one was right at $2 million. They just cut this one down, $300,050. What else? We got no more price cuts. Let's see, page 2. See what else we got. Any more price cuts? $190,000 price cut. So that was over $1 million. That was over $1 million. That was like a $2 million home. $100,000 price cut. This is a house that's $1.5 million. They cut $100,000 off. 2,800 square feet for 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Damn, $1.5 million for this? California sucks when it comes to these housing prices, bro. Price cut $20,000. Condo, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1,000 square feet for $270. $20,000 price cut from there. Good Lord. $100,000 price cut. Good Lord. $100,000 price cut. Another one. Any more? I mean, this can probably go on for days. I know the prices were getting cut for sure because this is the same thing in Austin, but it's nowhere near like these drastic numbers. $44,000 price cut. I think we saw this one already. This might have been the first one we seen. But yeah, man, like, you know, I know Austin is the same way. Austin about another $105,000 price cut. So I could just be doing this for days. I could be doing this not. Dang, 112 days on Zillow, $4 million property. Sheesh. So these houses be up sitting for a while. They done passed their value. So this is probably why you seeing these people trying to pull this off, because they doing price cuts left and right. $12,000 price cut right here. So yeah, I could just do this all day. $54,000 price cut. All right, that's enough. So yeah, that's what it is, man. The prices of homes are going down, and people who bought in and was doing all sorts of like Airbnb flip. This is my humble opinion. All the Airbnb flippers who were trying to become or be millionaires and do all these different things, and instead of using homes for, they basically were just turning homes into a hustle, a flip of profits, instead of like holding for longevity, doing the correct investments and doing it the right way. They probably were just like, trying to just grab in and just lease out, which you probably could have did that at a point in time. I know here in Austin, you probably had a good 5 or 10 year run where you could have just bought a home, walked out the door and just leased it to somebody else and charged them high rent and got another home and did that process over and over and then sold them all as the market was doing this exponential climb. You probably had probably like a good 5 years, 7 years doing that, I would say for sure. So I don't know. Now that's not happening. So that's what I think is just causing the issue with these people trying to sneak in a $200 fee for working from home. Plus, you know, work has changed. You know, you got OnlyFans and Fansly and remote work and just all these different positions. You know, the what is it called? The nomad living thing where people travel over the world and having jobs. People having 2 and 3 jobs, having remote work and stuff like that. 2 or 3 jobs at the same time. All these different things. So it makes sense in a way, but at the same time, if your mortgage is a set amount and then you trying to tag on another $200 just because, like, nah, that's a no-no. Because if you get away with it, then a bunch more people are gonna try, and we ain't got nobody got time for that. Like, ain't nobody got time for you trying to put the okie doke on a bunch of different people. Where's this other clip I'm trying to find? Let me see if I can find this other clip. Let me see if I can find it.
Your land?
Oh, calm down, lady. Calm down. We ain't there yet, sister. We ain't there yet. Chill out. Let me see if I can find this other one, and we'll go on and proceed. Here goes another
California
one.
rental.
All right, here we go. We're gonna look at this one. So we're gonna look at one more, then we're gonna move the ball downfield. So here we go. We're gonna look at another one. I think it's the same one, just a different person. But let's take a look at this and see. All right, same thing. $200 more if you work from home. Let's see how this goes. So let's check this out. So here we go.
California rental in Walnut Creek is sparking debate online. The furnished 1-bedroom unit, priced at $3,250 a month, includes utilities and Wi-Fi, but there's a twist. The listing adds a $200 monthly fee for tenants working from home. At 535 square feet, the unit also features a private.
Bruh, that's what it is. So they're charging $3,250 for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, I think, fully furnished apartment at 535 square funky ass feet. Bruh, that is straight dog water right there. That's terrible. Where my soundbite at? I can't even find it. There it is. 535 square feet at $3,250. And it's fully furnished, and they want to tag on extra $200. Now that they say that, that's what it is. Fully furnished. That means that their stuff is in there. All you do is bring in what's yours, like your clothes and your toiletries, and basically they set up an Airbnb or they set up a home. I mean, a hotel style home. You know what I mean? Actually, that's just like an Airbnb, bro. That's just like an Airbnb. If you think about it, it's fully furnished. So now what they're doing is they're trying to charge you for the fully furnished, but they call it work from home. But really, they try to charge you for the fully furnished as well, because you're using more of their stuff that's fully furnished. You're there full time, so you're sitting on the couch more, you're laying in the bed more, you're using the dining room stuff more, plus the appliance. They're trying to hit you with the fully furnished tax. That's what that is. They think they slick, but they trying to hit you because they fully furnished the home. But bro, 535 square feet for $3,250. Are you out of your mind? That is crazy work. And that's the people who move here to Austin. Like, take y'all asses back to California with that weird shit. Hell no. Get the hell out of here, bro. Are you crazy? I understand why they came. It makes perfect sense. You saw your little raggedy, $1.3 million home or $2 million, $4 million home. Came down here and bought the same home with land and more size for like $400,000 and pocketed the rest and had no state taxes. Like, hey, it's a win-win. I can't blame you. Smart move. But bruh, like, are you crazy? $3,250 for 535 square feet, and they trying to say it's fully furnished, and so tag on the extra 200. Boy, ain't no way. Ain't no way. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I mean, they just trying to add on fees, but that's the problem. The value of the homes are going down in certain places. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at this. Since I have this on my mind now, I don't want to forget. Damn it. Where'd it go? Oh boy. Here it is right here. So check this out, because I didn't look at this last time, but I want to pull this up since it's on my mind. Landlords are introducing a work from home fee to bypass rent caps and to offset utility costs, particularly in states with major tech hubs like California, New York, Texas, Colorado, and Virginia. While individual incidents have been also reported in North Carolina, housing experts emphasize that these monthly fees remain rare nationwide and are widely considered unenforceable under standard leases. The practice remains largely localized to high-tech markets and is currently unheard of in major Midwest hubs like Chicago. So it's just being introduced, but it's only a matter of time before they, you know, add this all across the board. Yeah, so for all you people who are fighting and say, I don't want to go to work and if things too hard and I don't want to work, they're going to hit your ass with this fee. They're going to be like, well, hey, okay, well, for the people who work from home, we're charging them extra $200. For the people that don't work and don't do anything, we gonna charge your ass extra $200 too for not doing nothing. Like, they're gonna charge you either way at some point, especially when you incorporate universal basic income. When they hit you with UBI, you don't think they finna add that in there just to say like, hey, well, I mean, technically speaking, you know, I mean, they'll change that from a work at home fee to a living fee. You know what I mean? You're living here, or you're a furnishing fee because they fully furnish the apartment or whatever home for you. So that's $200 to be a furnishing fee because they applied the furniture there. You know what I mean? So, man, that's a no bueno. That's a no bueno. So it's not just California. They're slowly trying to roll it out. They're trying to roll it out. But like I said, we in World War III economic warfare. People don't see it that way, but I do. Every time you turn around, there's something else is hitting you financially. You know what I mean? Gas done went up $1.50 overnight because Trump with his war. I remember Tostino's pizza used to be $1. Now they like $2.50 for one Tostino pizza. So that's 100%, 150% increase. Groceries all went up at least 100 to 150%. You know what I mean? Since the strong flu 19. So, I mean, we in an economic, you know, we in World War III economically, because everywhere you go is more expensive for the people that live in said country. You know what I mean? Like, America's expensive, but you go somewhere else, your dollar gonna stretch. You be able to live a more chill life somewhere else if you still make a USD. But for everybody, wherever they live, price has gone up. You know what I mean? So it's bad everywhere you go. So I look at it like this: we're at World War III economically for sure. Just people don't see it that way. You know, they just we're waiting on politics to change things, and we need to get somebody new or introduce communism. Or I'm just like, nah, bruh. Jesus told you don't fuck with them Pharisees, and yet here y'all are depending on these bastards. But I digress. Anyway, let's hear what this lady has to say. She's going to talk about landlords trying to charge people for rent. Let's just hear her 2 cents and see what she has to say about it. We're going to let her speak on it and see what she has to say. So here we go. Let's get it.
Landlord wants to tax your paycheck now. Landlords have unlocked a brand new DLC pack for capitalism. They're now charging some tenants an extra monthly fee, wait for it, to work from home. Wait a minute, but I already pay rent here. Now, landlords are saying they want to charge an extra fee because you're sitting at home all day working and you never leave the house. And they say it causes more wear and tear on their property. At some point, y'all gonna have a breathing oxygen fee, a looking out of the window fee, and a you walk too much in your own apartment fee. It's like buying a ticket to an all-you-can-eat buffet, but then you get charged extra because you're eating all you want. This is what happens when every single thing becomes another opportunity to squeeze money out of people. So let me ask y'all something. Does your apartment complex charge a work-from-home fee? And if they started charging that fee tomorrow, would you pay it? Or would that be the deal breaker?
Now, here's the thing with that. Let's say, for example, where's my thing? Now, let's say like this. Let's say your apartment complex charges a work from home fee, all right? Let's say they charged it on your lease renewal. They added a $200 work from home fee. And you can't move out right now for whatever reason, whatever situation you got right now, just you can't move out. So like a renewal is kind of like forcing your hand. Like that could be a way if you were kind of forced to pay the extra $200 because you kind of had to stay for whatever situation that forced your hand because you couldn't move yet because of you couldn't afford to move or something. That would be a way to force your hand. So potentially they're going to get some people with this, but over time, I would say 4 to 6 years, I think they're going to pull this off, unfortunately. I think they're going to pull this nonsense off, bro. I think they're going to make this work. So it sucks, but I think it's going to happen. So we got another lady here. She's going to speak on it. She says landlords charging tenants around an extra $200 a month because they work from home. Let's see what this lady has to say about this. Let's go ahead and check this out. Here we go.
Good morning. Happy Saturday. We're going to get started with the fuckery already. I just came across a post where the comedian, I think his name is Shula King, he was discussing where, I think it's somewhere in California, people are charging $200 extra if you work from home. Ain't that bad a bitch? You know, as long as you get your rent, what does me working from home got to do with you collecting your damn rent? That's just greed at its finest. That don't make no sense. It don't matter if I'm selling ass from the backyard.
I mean, if you selling that from the backyard, I mean, they gonna hit you with more than a $200 fee because they probably assuming looking at these OnlyFans accounts and these Fansly accounts and all these other telegrams going around. They like, oh, you raking in some money. Yeah, we got to charge you a little extra fee, some indecency exposure fee, and some a nudity fee, a traffic fee. You got traffic going through your house. You running a trap house. You worse than the drug dealers. All that traffic you got going at your house, you say no trap house, you finna cut me a percentage of every client that you get. I'm just saying. That might be a thing for you landlords and tenants. These women out there selling ass out the backyard like she said. I mean, you can charge you a traffic fee. A percentage for every single piece of traffic that come through. Oh man, let me shut up. Let me stop. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no bueno. Oh man, oh well, we're gonna leave it like that for the day. Only because I got so much crap on my bed right now. It's because I got my carpets clean. They showed up at the last minute, so I had to throw everything everywhere and kind of like let him clear up the spaces. I didn't know they were coming today. They ain't tell me. I found out 2 months ago. I was trying to get this done 2 months ago. I'm waiting 2 months to get my carpet clean. They show up randomly today. I had to like run from the gym and get here quickly and like just throw everything around. So I got a bunch of crap on my bed. So my camera's all like angled sideways and stuff, but it's okay. But yeah, man. I mean, they have to fight this, but it's crazy because you got so many other tech places that are doing this. And not only that, the tech hubs that are doing it, California, Texas, New York, Colorado, and Virginia, on top of that, they got to deal with those data centers jacking up people's water and jacking up their electricity bills. So you just adding that on top of that, bruh? That's a recipe for disaster. You're going to have some problems. People are going to be arguing and fighting and fussing and cussing. It's not going to look too shabby after a while. Yeah, that ain't going to be good. That's not going to be good at all. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Let's see what we got here. We have a lady who's talking about the same situation. Let's hear her hot take on it. I enjoy hearing people's take on it. I want to see what she has to say. I mean, but it's crazy if this is true, but they're doing it and they're rolling it out. People keep saying greed, but I'm like, greed is not an excuse anymore, in my humble opinion, because as long as we've been alive, when has greed not been a thing? Like, greed is always a thing. It's like you're surprised when they reach a new level of greed. Is that the case? Like, because I mean, it never gets better. It always gets worse. You know, so I don't understand when people are shocked or can't believe it or whatever. It's like it's always been that way. They just keep pushing the boundaries, and just you get shocked, you can't take it. Oh my gosh, but I think they're gonna pull it off. I do. I hope not, but I think they will as time goes on. 2, 3, 4, 5 years as jobs are harder to get, less people at work. People that do work might be remote. I mean, I think so. You know, like it gets more promiscuous. More women turn to selling their bodies and stuff to Fansly or OnlyFans, or you know, actually selling themselves and pulling up on people's houses, whatever the case may be. I think it'll be done for sure. Anyway, let's see what she got to say right here. Here we go.
Heady Table is officially in session. So I'm gonna need Los Angeles and the entire state of California to get ahead of something right the fuck now before these rent goblins get any more ideas. Apparently, a landlord in the Bay Area listed a little 535 square foot cottage that included utilities, Wi-Fi, parking, and a patio for $3,250, and then decided that if you work from home, that's gonna be an extra $200 a month. Excuse the fuck out of me? If I'm sitting quietly in my own apartment answering emails in sweatpants, why am I suddenly being charged like I'm operating a steel mill out of the living room? See, this is exactly how foolishness spreads. One rent goblin tries it, another rent goblin sees it, and next thing you know, landlords from San Diego to Sacramento are talking about remote work occupancy fees, Zoom surcharges, and keyboard wear and tear assessments. Get the fuck out of here. We have got to shut this shit down before somebody in Los Angeles gets inspired. Because if y'all let this become a trend 6 months from now, somebody's gonna charge extra because your air fryer gets too much use on your lunch break. These rent goblins need to remember they're renting people a place to live. And unless I'm running Amazon fulfillment out of my bedroom, and quite honestly, even then, mind your business. As long as the rent gets paid, mind your business.
She has a point. I agree with her on that for sure, and that is true. Just imagine they try to charge you a fee because you use your air fryer too long during your lunch break. Boy, that's crazy. The monitoring how much electricity you use, knowing that you're at home more. Your lunch break, you come home. Oh, we're monitoring that for however much time you're home. So therefore, every time you come home on your lunch break, you spend 30 minutes there. So 30 minutes that adds up throughout the week. You work 5 days a week. There's 2.5 extra hours at home that you're on your lunch break at the crib. We're going to charge you. Man, they'll find so many loopholes. She's saying in California. But again, I just showed you this. California, New York, Tejas, Colorado, Virginia, and reportedly North Carolina has been added to the list of incidents that have occurred. So it's not just it's not just a California thing. It's not just a Cali thing. So she got a point, but it ain't just a Cali thing at all. It's no, it's not just a Cali. They're already migrating from California to Virginia. So they East Coast, West Coast all the way and hit a few places in the middle on the way over there. So I don't know, man. You got to nip this in the bud as quick as possible, but I don't know. I really can't say this is not going to end up well. I see them pushing the envelope for this to get this passed only because of the fact the economy is going down and they got to find some kind of hidden fees to increase the rent prices without increasing the rent prices. It's just a loophole to increase the rent prices, because if there's a cap on how high you can raise the rent, but there's no cap on fees, so you can't raise the rent, but you can add a fee to increase the rent and disguise it as a fee. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at that. And I think that's why we see fees now, because your market cap is your market cap as far as you can charge for renting out homes or apartments or whatever the case may be. But you can add fees, all kind of nonsense fees. So let's see what this gentleman has to say. Got another one's going to talk about it. Let's see if he's on the same page or how he feels about said situation. Here we go.
Just when you thought junk fees couldn't get any more ridiculous, now landlords want to charge you a work from home fee. Seriously. Imagine signing a lease for an apartment. You pay your rent every month. You pay your security deposit. Maybe you even pay a pet fee. But now, because you use your laptop at your kitchen table, someone thinks you owe an extra $200 a month. Think about how absurd that logic is. If working from home costs extra, should retirees pay more because they're at home all day?
See, he actually has the same logic that I have. So retirees are going to get billed because they stay home all day because they don't work, but they get checks still because they're retired. So is that like, I mean, because if that's the case, you get retired people in there who got pensions or something like that, then you just dipping right out of their check, they Social Security or something. Like, that's crazy work. And all these loopholes, I mean, you can't put it past these people to try to utilize all these ways to increase your rent.
People who binge Netflix every weekend get hit with an entertainment fee. Should someone who works 12-hour shifts get a discount because they're barely home? Where does it end? Here's the reality. If utilities are included in the rent, then the landlord should build reasonable usage into the price. If you want tenants to pay for what they actually use, install a separate utility meter and bill for the averages.
Yeah, that's too much work, buddy. Installing a separate meter costs money. That costs money. They trying to make money. You over trying to spend money. They like, no, we don't want to spend money to make money. We want to see what we got right now and simply make money without spending money. What are you talking about? I don't want to spend a dime. I just want to come out profiting. I got the property. Let me just make up a fee and see if these idiots will roll with it. That's really where they at with it right now. And an entertainment fee over the weekend because you binge watch Netflix. Like I said, that right there, entertainment fee over the weekend because you binge watch Netflix. That right there, that should speak volumes. I wouldn't put that past them to pull that off, but that right there within itself should speak volumes. Think about that. Charging an entertainment fee just because you binge watched some Netflix over the weekend. You stayed home and binge watched. They're going to charge you for being home too damn long. It's the weekend. You're still supposed to be gone 8-9 hours out the day. Like, come on, bruh. Like, oh, you missed the work fee. You didn't go to work today. You stayed home all day fee. Since you stayed home fee. Like, I think it would be endless. And I don't think there'll be anything that they can do to, stop it. Once one gets passed, they're going to start adding all sorts of made up nonsense fees. Because people already went out and paid it. So if they paid it, it's like, well, hey, we can add another one. And we'll just keep bleeding these people dry and just squeezing all the water out of these cactuses. We got one more. Take a look at this last one. Lady's going to speak on the same thing. Got one more to speak on it. So let's see what she says. Here we go. Last one. Here we go.
And all the way in our face this time. So let me tell you, if you have not heard, in the state of California, that just happened here recently, like i.e. last month, landlords can now charge up to $200 or more if you work from home. It's referred to as a work from home fee as of right now, because they are saying that you working from home is putting more wear and tear on the apartment, duplex, townhome that you're renting, and so that the landlord may have to do more maintenance and repairs when you move out. So therefore, they're going to charge you this $200 per month for working from home. So I just want to say that, this type of stuff happens because we, the people, us, not the rich people and the oligarchs, they're in their whole different lane. But us regular people, we don't stick together enough because we got too many people focusing on too many other things, right? And you may say, well, Robin, what are you doing about this? I'm spreading the awareness. I'm letting you all know, because the upside to this is that if you have a disability, you are federally protected by the Fair Housing Act, and a landlord cannot, not charge someone with a disability a work from home fee if you are disabled and you have to work from home because you are disabled. So
now that's true, but like, for how long is the $1 million question? It sounds nice on paper when you say that, but at some point, if they charging everybody else, then eventually the disabled people, they gonna find a way to hit them with a fee by installing something and then charging them for a convenience fee, in my opinion. You in a wheelchair? Okay, technically I already had all the things you needed for the wheelchair, but I'm gonna try to add something else. They're gonna try to figure out something. They're gonna try to figure out something. I don't know, have to reinstall something for the disability, and since they had to reinstall it, now the wear and tear on the new reinstalled thing now has a new contract. It's $50 a month for wear and tear fee of whatever disabled said part they got into the home, and it's a convenience fee. You know what I mean? So I think for now disabled people are protected, but you know, as time goes on, it's no telling what we gonna see. It's no telling. I mean, I just don't see this going out too well. I just don't see it. But hopefully people wake up and don't allow this to happen. And speaking of, let's take a look at New York, because New York was one of the places that was on this list. Where is it? Here's this list right here. New York was one of the places that was on this list that they said that they try to introduce work from home. Okay, work from home fees, okay, to try to bypass rent caps. They're in states with major tech hubs like California and New York. Let's take a look at some of the living quarters in New York and just imagine working from home here and getting charged because you work from home here. Let's take a look at New York. Here we go.
I can go to the bathroom and wash my hands at the same time.
If you need to shower, just... Oh, it kind of goes up a little bit.
Point of view, you live in a small New York City apartment with a random roommate. Treadmills in the hallway.
Sorry, just gotta get by. We're good.
Oh no, through the roof. Wait a minute. I've seen this before, but I never paid attention to this. Did you notice she has a microwave? Was that a washer and dryer in her bedroom? Hold up. That's a... No. Come on. Go back. Where we at? Come on. Hurry up. Get past this. That's a washer and dryer. Why won't it stop? Let's try it like this. Yeah. Microwave. Sink. This looks like a washer or a dryer. This looks like a dishwasher. It's like a washer or dryer. Sink. Microwave. This is the couch. But then your bed is above you and you pull the bed down. What? And then she got to step up to get there. Nah, ain't no way. And then you charge an extra work from home fee for that. That is a prison cell. That is a luxury prison cell. Water leak.
I opened this and then like, let me let in some cold air. Ah, it feels really refreshing. Smells like trash and piss. Smells like trash and piss. Close this.
Why would you open your window to prove a point that it smells like trash and piss? And then like, how are you going to get that smell out of your home? That's just disgusting. And then you got your mouth open talking. That's nasty. That's nasty. Like you don't, there was nothing to prove about that. You could have just told us with the window down. We can't smell it. That was, like your hygiene must be poor for you to think it's funny to open up a window that smells like house and piss to prove it to some people on the internet who can't smell the piss that's coming through. Oh my gosh. And your mouth is open. Nasty, bro. Nasty. But just imagine being charged $200 more for rent because you work from home here in these places. Like, I mean, come on.
Ooh. You pull this. It's what appears to be a fold-out seat directly across from the toilet.
Right? Boom. Then it's blocked by the oven light. So now you got to turn the oven light on to open it even further. But now it's blocked by the stovetop. So you have to turn this to medium to open it even
ridiculous.
Further.
That's it. This is the whole thing. $2,500.
$2,500 for that. $2,500 for that. That is crazy work. He walked through the front door. This is the studio flat. That's where the bed, I'm assuming, is for the little loft area. That might be the bathroom door. This is crazy work. $2,500. Imagine somebody else tagging on extra $200 because you work from home. Like, why would you leave if you could work from home here? This is like, these are prison cells, dude. These are prison cells.
This is the whole thing.
Like concrete walls.
$2,500.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now,
Bruh, did you see the cruise ship window he had? Look at the cruise ship window.
beats a Jet2 holiday. And
That's a cruise ship window. You ever been on a cruise ship? One of your windows look like this, depending on what kind of room you got. That is literally it. This is like a hotel room. So I don't know. He might be in a hotel. I'm gonna let him pass.
right now,
Thank you so much.
She's in her apartment, sitting on the couch, opening the front door.
Have a good night.
Is it better in here?
Is this a bedroom? If anybody is wondering, this is how apartment hunting is going in New York City. Is that a bedroom? What are you doing?
Tub.
Designed by sink.
Swivels. And a toilet.
That's nasty. Are you serious? Tub, sink, swivel, toilet. Oh.
We got
Tub. Sink next to the tub. It swivels into the and your toilet. Look at your toilet seat. Look at this is like a porta potty toilet seat, bruh. This is a porta potty toilet seat. Only difference between this and a porta potty is the porta potty don't got no lid on it. This is atrocious, bruh.
and a toilet.
In the freezer?
It's a bathroom, but it's also a kitchen.
Your kitchen and your bathroom are in the same area.
Imagine that.
Wow, your kitchen and your bathroom are in the same area.
But it's
That is disgusting. That is disgusting. This ain't normal, bruh. And then you want to tag on $200 for working from, man. Toilets